Oh my god, I was talking to you guys and I didn't have my mic on. Okay. Holy shit. She was a hot chick at one point? Oh, I was looking that. I thought his name was Archbaldy, but Archibald. This is pretty fun too. This is probably a good spot to chat for a bit. Oh, we'll get into some gameplay in a moment here. But yeah, it's been a bit since I talked. I bought a lot of video games. It's kind of got my Christmas present to myself, sort of thing. I haven't had a very splurgy Christmas in a long time. I guess I did get the Azeron keypad last year, which is a bit of a splurge. But I mean, other than that, it's probably been like 4 or 5 years since I really had any fancy Christmas. So it was a lot of fun picking out a lot of games. I think I got the perfect mix of games for me. Magenta Horizon, obviously, had to get this game. Um, if anything, just because I'm nostalgic from the day I tried the demo. You know what I mean? Even if I wasn't necessarily jiving with this game, or like it's not my preferred game, I was like, anytime a demo surprises me and gives me good memories, even if I didn't have like an insane amount of fun with it, I don't know. I look back. I'll look back on it later on, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to get that game. You know what I mean? And the price was great. The game's actually like finished now. It's just it's almost it was, you know what I mean. It almost feels like you're getting a free game for the price of some of these games, like $5. Like yeah, it adds up, but still. So yeah, can always go back and look up my old Magenta Horizon video. It just, you know what I mean? It's not just that I liked that demo a lot, which I did. Like, I liked it a surprising amount. I originally got interested in the game because I thought it was more of a Metroidvania. And then I realized it wasn't. Because back then, I think it was like 2022 ish. I was like really just into Metroidvanias mostly. And if I was looking for indie games, that I would prefer if they were like more Metroidvania esque. But yeah, and now we're here. We're here. I think for a while after I finished that demo, I didn't think I was gonna get this game, and then the more looking back on it, I was like, I hope that game does turn out. And then I was looking, and they had the complete version of this game, Neverending Harvest. So that probably means they added a lot of content from whatever the base version was when it first came out. I kind of hate when they do that just on the Steam page because then it doesn't tell you when the original version came out. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't know what you're buying exactly. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how long this game's been out. When the hell you change the name? What did you add? You know what I mean? It's not. I'm not picking on this game in particular, but I've just seen that a lot. Another game just did that recently that kind of annoyed me when I seen that they did that. I was thinking, if I remember it, I'll say what it was, but I forget what game it was. It's like they try to release it again and act like it's a new release a year later, but it was really just the game they released the year. You know what I mean? It's like that's what they do, and they even change the release date on the Steam page. I forget what was it, bro. That'll be bothering me for a while now. It was something that is like bullshit. Like that shouldn't have been an updated release date. I'll probably look at it and figure it out right when I shut off this video and I see the Steam page. I'll like remember it right away. But whatever. Um, but yeah, in the interest of your guys' time and my time, which I apparently don't care about, we'll talk about a few things and then I'm gonna jump straight into like 15 to 30 minutes of gameplay, and we're gonna kick off the game like we always do. But yeah, I've been a little out of it. Um, just a lot of thinking. I don't know. I feel like sometimes life would just be better if you abandoned all thinking and just kept doing things and kept seeking fun out like a fucking robot, basically. You know what I mean? So that's what it feels like sometimes, because it's just like I can see my time melting away some days, and I know I'm just sitting around thinking, and I'm just like, why? But things have been pretty good. I'm just trying not to fall off on all the games that I bought. Like Stellar Blade, like I had a lot of fun the first day with it, and I did a really good job on the first boss. I felt like I learned the game's mechanics pretty quick, and it was a lot of fun because I got my ass kicked, and then somehow I got it all together pretty quick and beat the boss. You know what I mean? And I was feeling like good, and the next day it's like there wasn't nothing wrong with the game in my brain, but for some reason my mind is always just wants. It's like a grass is always greener sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, now that I got this game and I'm having fun, and I was progressing and learning the battle system, and I was actually noticing I like some of the things about the battle system more than other games like Dark Souls and stuff. Like even though that was all true and the game was actually exceeding my expectations, then I like it's just like a human thing. You like get into these fun. It's probably the reason why girls get bored of their boyfriends and just go cheat on them and shit. Like, and vice versa, whatever. I go from my perspective on these topics, but that's just an example. But you know what I mean? It's like probably like because sometimes you would think like, why would somebody just give up on a great love that we had? Why would somebody just give up on a great game that they were having fun with? Why, you know what I mean? Like, why it doesn't make it, why would they stop watching a TV show that was doing it for them? I've done that before, where I was like watching a TV show and I was into it and it was a good show and it was giving me good memories, and then I just would like fall off all of a sudden. You know what I mean? And yeah, a lot of it I feel like is a grass is always greener thing, a lack of variety thing. Those two are probably two of the biggest things, and probably a lack of taking breaks from like you get to the point where like you always need something. Like if it's not food, it's like some type of stimulation, some type of dopamine to get you through your life. That's really how it get. Like look, I feel like younger kids sort of might understand it if they're wise, but for the most part, it's anyone who's like been really sick as an adult before. I don't care what it was, COVID, had it bad addictions before, went through heartbreaks. That like once you've been through that type of stuff, and then you're older, and then you start going through moments like that where you're on like that dopamine train just to keep going, feeling. You know what I mean? Just to keep yourself interested in life and stuff like that. I just feel like I know some kids mature, you know, like some people mature faster. Like some people are like grown up kids, you know what I mean? Like from what life made them have to endure. I get that. I'm not saying I'm advanced or anything. I'm behind. I'm behind if anything. All I'm saying is like from what I'm seeing, the more I grow up, the more I'm seeing how that's like a big thing in life. You know what I mean? Because I got it pretty easy, and I still have to deal with it. You know what I mean? That's why I'm so stuck right now and obsessed about all this stuff. And then, like, if that wasn't enough, it's you throw in everything else too about life, and it's just a lot. I feel like I have to like. There's like a big calling to me to do something with my past. You know what I mean? And this is probably the emotional too a little bit too personal thing that I needed to get off my chest on this video. There's usually one of those, and that's usually why I do a commentary, because I feel like that makes it more interesting, at least for some people. But and yeah, and it's just like there's like I feel like that's what's partially ruining my life. Like I'm going slower or doing more bad things or eating more bad food or wasting more time or giving up spiritually on the inside sometimes from, you know, just the hopelessness sometimes, the loneliness sometimes. And I feel like that's a lot of that is just coming from um, me not being able to deal with life first of all, but especially like my past. You know what I mean? And I probably don't because it's not your past; it's my past. Um, and just like that inability to shake anything up there, where it just feels like a rock that's dragging down my whole existence. You know what I mean? And it's like I can't break it up. I can't get it out of there. I can't. Like that's really how it feels, and I feel it like that's probably something a lot of people go through more than I ever would have guessed growing up. Because you didn't really have a current, you know, of this life past then, so it makes sense. And now you do have a past because you've grown up. But the thing is, it's like if it's not my dreams doing it, and that's another thing. For a while, I like was having these dreams that were really connecting me to my past and making me feel like there was something coming my way that was, and then nothing tangible really comes. Like, yeah, my life improved this year and I'm grateful for that, but nothing related to those feelings from my past or those dreams came up about, you know what I mean? And now we're here months later and I'm just like been in like an adult fucking stupor for months now, like completely stuck. And like I said, a lot of it just all seems to relate back to, it's like I don't know if I'm supposed to kill off my past and just like completely like so wholeheartedly live in the now that my past pretty much dies to me, or if I'm supposed to like chase after my past and there's an answer there that's what the feeling was. I was supposed to get that answer, or if I, you know what I mean? Like there, it just feels like there's so many things that should happen with this stuck past rock feeling of my life. If I don't know how to describe it, you know what I mean. But I don't know what the fuck to actually like. There's no like nothing feels right. No, there's no clear answer. There's a few answers that seem like that's, you know, life would point me in those directions. Yeah. Anyways, that's just kind of like if you wonder why I have so much trouble sticking to what I do. That in a nutshell is what's been going on behind the scenes for me. And you know, I don't got no magical plan this time. You know, a lot of times I'll just like sit there and talk to you guys for a few hours, and I'm like, this is my plan, and I got this magical plan, and it's gonna work, and I'm gonna do it, and then yeah, and then I keep living my life and slowly whittle away at it, but it's not like the magical change that I hoped for. You know, that's probably a pretty typical description for a lot of people out there who aren't crazy nut jobs who can commit, and people who can make their like dreams happen like that. I don't know if I'm capable of that, but I do hope I can make something good happen. You know, that's my goal. But yeah, other than that, I'm doing really good, and I'm really excited about a lot of things. That's the other reason I made this commentary. We're gonna talk about those after I play a little bit of Magenta Horizon here, because I don't like to make my videos all about the talking anymore. I like to change it up. Got enough of those on my channel already, and I realized instead of feeling like I need or feeling like I've failed, there's no. I was listening to the Ellen DeGeneres story currently, and Asmongold, and it basically is tips for people at the end, and her in general was just like the best thing you can do when you know you've fallen off or people have lost is just deliver better content. You know what I mean? And I don't like simping for any. I don't know if that's the right word. Shilling, I guess, is the new internet word people like to say. Shilling. That probably came about in the last 5 to 10 years. People like to say it now. I hear a lot of smurder, quote unquote. You know what I mean? People like to talk a lot, and they got a pretty active brain, and they got a big YouTube channel. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of people are like that these days. I actually never knew who Asmongold was. I have no clue about him really, besides the recent videos I watched. But I actually like that guy from what I've seen so far. Specifically because a lot of his content isn't just really about making people just like straight feel or like demonizing people, but it's just like it's about the like yeah, there's roasting and stuff, but it's done like in a I feel like to the perfect amount where you don't feel like a bad person for watching this because we're just shitting on other human beings. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you get that the general goal is like we just want video games to be good. We just want content to be good. We want people to be able to pass through these failures and you know what I mean. Assuming they're a half decent person, we want them to get through these failures and succeed on the other end and stuff like that. And I get that vibe there, and that's what I've been liking about it. I don't usually watch stuff like that or talk about stuff like that. I'm usually think anything besides a video game is boring kind of guy, which might be boring to some people, but that's how I am. Anyways, that's some of the negative stuff that sort of negative, I guess. I'm already getting snacky, so we gotta get going here. Getting hangry. Yeah, but like I said, I don't got some magical solution to all that sort of negative stuff. Pseudo negative. I don't know what you would call it. It's not really negative. It's the people have got my mind warped, so I can't talk about problems because then I always feel like which I hate that about my YouTube, about some of the people who have commented on my YouTube and in general, people I've seen. But yeah, I feel like you should be able to talk to at any length you need about problems. There's at some point you're just perpetuating your life into ad nauseum garbage and ruining your life, right? But for the most part, I don't think people can properly. A lot of us, you'll just be stuck in your head, not actually tackling that problem or even coming up with a solution to work around it or anything. You know that like that old story about like going through the I forget what it is. Like you go through the problem around the problem. Like how do you tackle the obstacle? I don't remember what I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. It was on the Magic School Bus when I was a kid. Is that the TV show? I don't know anything anymore. It's been too long. I'm too old. I'm one of those people who just talk about how old they are, like everyone else. Great. When did that happen? God damn it! It was just like a few years ago, and I didn't feel like that. Um, but like I always say, I wish I could offer some magical solution, but at the end of the day, it's just like I can't. I'm not God. I'm not the master of the fucking universe. I'm not super waifu with the booba who can just manifest rich boyfriends and completely change your life up any on a whim's notice or whatever, on a moment's notice. So, so for normal people, normal dudes out there, and normal chicks that aren't magic at finding new romances instantly, life kind of sucks, right? For the majority of us. And at the end of the day, I just feel like people are just right, like yeah, you can definitely live your life in this loose way if you have a romantic partner or you have a nice group of friends where you're just like sort of always having fun. You don't take things too serious, just enough, you know what I mean, to get by and to be successful out there, and you're not taking too much from the world, and you do some light exercise, you have fun with your friends and stuff like that, and that's probably like a very one ideal way to live. But it's like if that isn't your situation, and it's not going to be easily changed even to somewhat like that, then guess what? Then all that stuff people say about health is wealth and the power of the moment and the power of now and deep connection to breath and spirituality and yoga, like all that stuff just becomes like Like you either choose that stuff or life chooses how it wants to kill you. You know what I mean? Like I don't mean to be harsh about that, but it's a true warning, and anyone of almost any age needs to hear that. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't want to tell that to really young kids, but you know, some of them are probably more ready for it than I was, and I am now. So maybe they should hear it. But that's the reality of it. It's like if you're not on the team of bliss, if you're not, or what's the right word? If you're not on the team of virtue, if you're not on the team of virtue is the opposite of sin, if you don't know. And you know what I mean? If you're not on that true team and like you're not doing those habits, you're not enacting working with those good facilities in life that exist. And those are just some of them. Obviously, there's some more that add to your health and add to those, you know what I mean? Doing good with your body, doing good for others. Lots of things, working with your mind in challenging and productive ways, etc., etc. Being passionate about creative stuff. There's obviously a lot of things you could just prattle off. I like to keep it to those ones that I list right there in the last 4 minutes if you listen to everything I said. All those things, like, yeah, you can dawdle your way through life, like slowly committing back and forth. Like sometimes you're looking for a girlfriend, sometimes you're sad about your past, sometimes you look at porn, sometimes you don't do that stuff and you're got yourself together for a few weeks or a few months. Sometimes you're working on doing yoga, sometimes you're taking a break from exercise, sometimes you're playing video games, sometimes you're relaxing and watching TV shows. You know, you can definitely, I'm not saying that nobody deserves to live a relaxing, somewhat indulgent life like that. You know what I mean? Do it if you want. There's a part of me that's all I want to do. You know, the broken-hearted part of me. I could tell that that's what he wants to do, and I don't blame him. You know what I mean? That's kind of the point of this video, is because I'm realizing a lot of this now. It was after weeks and weeks and weeks of feeling stuck and barely talking to you guys and realizing I don't even know if I want to talk to you guys anymore. You know what I mean? Like you just realize so many fucking things as you go along that you can't even like grab them all at the same time. You can't even present them all back to people at the same time. It's just like I can't really share what I went through with you guys, but I know I went through some emotional shit, but I can't really share it all with you guys. You know what I mean? Like that's the best description you could probably give, besides maybe a couple tangible examples or whatever you would say. But that's what I've been going through. I'm hoping that if I somehow fucking get myself together and do a little bit better, that the world will kind of open up for me. Like, maybe it'll drop some knowledge in my fucking head that'll help me get through this, like, stuck time. Because I feel like this stuck went from being, like, a little bit of a problem to now it's just kind of, like, killing me. And it's fucking pissing me off, you know what I mean? Like it's just dragging too. It's like no. It's like gnawing at my mind. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like it feels like it's sucking my willpower to want to be alive away. That's the only way I can say it. And I know it's kind of scary. It's kind of like why would you even talk about that shit? But it's happening to me. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want it to happen. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's what I've been going through. That's been the dark stuff. Obviously, I got some happy stuff to talk about, so that'll be the flip side if you stick around. And we're going to play this for a little bit. It's getting really dark out. I was hoping to step outside a little bit, so I might split this into 2 videos, unfortunately, again. I don't like doing that when I give my first impression of games, but it always seems to happen. Just the nature of things. It gets dark early as fuck. It takes me a while to want to start talking about this stuff and start playing the game and waking up and being alive and stuff again. I got this metal cup and it will keep like a small little glass of water cold the whole day. Like I didn't know how good that shit that was. That shit, like that metal thermos effect was. Like that is crazy, dude. It's like magic. Because I was putting it in a glass cup for years now, like my water for the day. And I would always throw like a fuck ton of ice cubes in there because I'm like, dude, this shit just warms the fuck up before I can even drink it. And yeah, I can't even believe how good that works. It's actually crazy. Okay, let's play a little bit here. We'll talk more about this game down the road as I got more impressions of it. But I'll give you an initial assessment here from what I remember. Hopefully you don't need a mouse and keyboard for this. So is this like a half hot girl who's been like magically altered or some shit?
Demon owl!
What was that?
Oh, she sounds hot as fuck. Well, you're already winning me over with that shit. Oh yeah, I remember. This game is responsive as fuck. It's got, yeah, the satisfying movement as well. Okay. We're back. And I don't think I need this mouse, right? At least not yet. Cool. They had me scared there for a second. Oh my god, infinite wall jumps off the back. So that's, okay, so this is, oh, you can even Hollow Knight spike off the ground. That's kind of cool. And it kind of hits you, ooh. It's like a down attack that, this game is more in-depth than I thought it was. Maybe they changed some stuff since that demo I played a while back. I don't remember how long ago I played that, actually. It might have just been last year. So you can stay up infinite if you do it right. Alright. This stuff actually looks really, some of the stuff looks really good, actually. Okay, so when I first seen this game, I was like, oh, is this a freaking Metroidvania with like a spicy chick that I get to play as who looks pretty cool, and she's got like a crazy mask face. Kind of looks like a Rayman art, Rayman Legends. And then, damn. I don't remember if this is exactly where the demo started. Holy shit, she fucking moves. I don't remember that. Is that new? Let's see, that's the problem. Oh my god. This is kind of nice, dude. I didn't think it was going to be that much of a... The problem is I don't remember... I'd have to go back and look at my videos. I definitely don't remember a dash. Now, that's actually interesting to see, like, how this game might have progressed, though. And whether or not it did. Looks like you actually jump higher. Yeah, you jump higher without the dashed version, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if you go farther with this. Yeah, and it kind of looked like Rayman, so that kind of got me interested into it. And then when I actually got the demo, I realized it was more of like a level-based thing. You can hack your way up the wall. It's kind of funny. Oh, if you do it too fast, it'll like stop. Or like you do an extra slice in between. This game is cool. You could just tell it was made by somebody who's got some fucking love for action platformers, Metroidvanias, and all the above. Indie games as well, probably. Because it's got like all of those staples of a character you want to play as, you know. Interesting design, nice feminine voice. A creative art style that's different from most games, and even like the color choices very different from most games. It's got, you know what I mean, the basic movement that a lot of games would have, running, jumping, dashing, but then they went the extra mile and put in some of these interesting maneuvers that you can do. Just like that kind of shit. And then this dash is crazy. I almost want to just play because the dash is sick. I always find it funny when they do this. They have like this like intro text that's supposed to help you, and it just like looks kind of dumb for me because a lot of the times it doesn't change when you change the keybinds, and I always change the keybinds because who doesn't? Anyone who's a real gamer would change the keybinds. Whoa, what the fuck? You have infinite dashes? What was going on there? It was like I had a bunch of built-up dashes or something. And I couldn't do it that time. Yeah, I don't know what was determining. Maybe I was just higher up. Damn. Yeah, so when I first booted the demo up, I was like less than impressed by the graphics at that point. I started to look at them and I was like, this kind of, I don't like that you can't crouch, but that's okay. But at that point I kind of looked at it and I was like, I like that running animation. She looked kind of badass. It reminds me of like a samurai or something. Like it just sort of, when I first looked at it, kind of was off-putting. I thought it kind of just looked like jank Rayman Legends. And I mean, to an extent it is just a little bit. But now looking back on it with some actual nostalgia for the game, and like happiness that I actually decided to get something different for once. I actually really like the graphics. Do I wish it was more of a Metroidvania? Probably, just because I really like Metroidvanias, but I don't want that to be what stops me from playing a lot of good games. So that's kind of been the goal of this year for playing new games. It seems different than the demo level that I played, but we'll see. I just want to know if there's secrets. Just like smack the wall or something. I don't know what I did. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I was going too fast. These bananas look fucking delicious. That animation is kind of cool. I don't know if I did anything there, right? But, oh, that's kind of fun. Probably have to do a custom profile. Yeah, because the escape is pause, I think. Or maybe it's enter or tab. Some games do, yeah, tab. So we'll have to do that for the next episode. Oh, she even has like a standstill animation? Come on, dude. You're gonna turn this weird looking girl into my waifu? Oh, this is very similar to this is the tutorial. Okay, I remember it. I don't remember those bananas, but they might have been there. I know they're not bananas. I'm calling them bananas. Jazz, motherfucker. Fuck down, bitch. I'm the Magenta Horizon. Zero Dawn. Oh my god, he's got some moves. I was not expecting him to go that far forward. We're collecting our bananas. This is like the demo all over again, because I'm not going to make it any farther. I don't know how these checkpoints work either. That down attack is so weird. I suppose you could use it pretty well, though. If I remember, this area was kind of hard over here. Whoa, what the fuck? How did I mess that up? Trying to play it like it's Hollow Knight. Like it's got different mechanics here. I actually kind of like this. Gotta get used to. What's this? Oh, that's pretty interesting. Ow. Fuck him up. Piece of shit, bird. You blarb fish. Oh, I thought I was gonna have you that. Hey, pieces of shit. Oh, fun, okay. And why the hell did I just have so many dashes? It's such a weird demon game. I just felt like I beat it. That can be arranged. Ow! Oh, I just got my ass kicked. Fuck you! I got hella shit. Ah, oh, that guy does a big hit there. You don't want to get hit by that. Oh, you're done. You got hit with the big shit.
Having one or two more scars won't ruin my look anyway.
I wish I could go to the tab screen and like see a sick ass like HD picture of her, even if it was fucking like 3D model. That'd be sick. Just for a little bit more connection to exactly what the character looks like, because she is a little bit hard to see if you're sitting far back from your screen. Oh, we're back here and they put like an extra fight there. Oh, this is the checkpoint. Well, do I really want to go outside? Not really. We'll play it a little bit longer. See if we can finish this level up. I don't know if that saves either, so I'm assuming it does. Okay, mistakes were made. I learned. You're done, motherfucker. What the fuck are you? No, why'd you have to do that? Shoot all your asses dead. Oh, how'd you get all the way up there? Piece of shit. Oh, he's acrobatic. Ooh, get away from you. You're crazy. It's kind of a bitch, though, to use these healing bombs. Unless they do stupid shit like that, where they just, like, don't aggro you. Piece of shit. Damn it, bro. I didn't know what they wanted from me with that character.
Scars won't ruin my look anyway.
Yeah, they whopped me, girl, sorry. I didn't catch this girl's name or, like, any of the story, unfortunately. Like, I sort of got that she's, like, fighting. Did I do something
Could've been
wrong?
better, but I tried.
What did I do bad? At least I didn't die. Damn it. I thought I did pretty good. Okay, so I think we can stop here, unfortunately. I don't know exactly how this game saves. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm going to make a little controller profile for this game so I can access the menu and everything normally. And then I don't really need to, but I might. I should. And yeah, this game is actually more fun than I remember. Like, it's a little bit... Like, it looks more jank than it is. One of those games where, like, it might look more jank to you than it actually plays. It's actually a lot of fun. So that was the first level, I think, I did in the demo. I might have done a little bit more after that. I don't remember. Also, don't remember the game having quite so much mechanical depth too. They might have changed up a little bit since then. And yeah, so that's pretty much the video. Why is this screaming Hollow Knight here to me? No. If there's something up here, I'm gonna be so mad, dude. No. Oh, fuck you. If you have to do that up there, fuck you. I will refund your game. No, I'm just... I want to know, like, how big the team was for this game and everything. Like, there's not a lot of animation frames, but I actually like the looks of all the animations. Which is not the same. I can't say the same for games like Eterna Noctis and stuff like that, which probably has a bigger team and everything. I would imagine. But yeah, I really hope this developer goes more with this. Like, this is obviously going to be a fun game. Probably going to be like, so I would guess between like a 7 to a 9 out of 10 for me. Especially at the price. But I would really like to see what this developer does down the road. Even if they don't go Metroidvania and they keep making these level-based or like action roguelite or whatever. I just feel like this developer has a style and a knowledge of what players want that could go really far. Yeah, and I feel like this is gonna be a really fun game. So the good news before I dip out of here and go get a snack and do some other stuff. I'm gonna be starting up Marvel Rivals. So that was the big choice of the last 2 weeks. I didn't even hear about that game. I'm kind of doing some research on it now, but I want to make some montages for it. I want to get back into Quake Champions montages, Halo montages, Fortnite videos, which I never really started. I always recorded my clips, but I never made videos for the game. And we already had a plan to look for new shooters to go along with Fragpunk. And unfortunately, Concord is gone for now and hope maybe forever, which sucks, so... And I was kind of sad because once I found out that game was gone, I wanted to play it. Because it looked exactly like what I was looking for, apart from the characters. I was looking for basically a 4v4, 5v5 shooter that would fill in where Quake Champions doesn't really have the population. Concord might have, you know what I mean? If the game worked out. So I was pretty sad about that, but then I was like, Marvel Rivals, what's that? Like, I sort of heard... It annoys me when a game comes out and surprises me. It's kind of like Fortnite did this to me. Like, I was never going to play Fortnite. I thought it was just another stupid, like... And it really kind of started off as another stupid PUBG. Not my kind of game. But then... It kind of came out of nowhere and like blew up, and I feel like Marvel Rivals is doing that right now. And I'm like missing the boat, you know what I mean? I'm gonna like not, you know, and that's really what it's like with these new games. If you don't hop on and learn to enjoy it before people become insane at the game, then you're gonna miss out on a lot of fun. And that's one of the reasons I'm glad I came back to mouse and keyboard and came back to Fortnite. Doom Eternal, Quake Champions, all the games I started playing again on mouse and keyboard. And I feel like Marvel Rivals is low, even though I was never really a comic book guy growing up. The more I grow up, the more I enjoy comic DC, Marvel, superheroes, superhero movies, movie-based games, you know what I mean? The more I grow up, the more I start to like it all. I always thought comics were like kind of cringe when I was a kid. Which is funny coming from me, because I watched anime and played video games, and that's all I did with my life. But goddamn it, comics were cringe when I was a kid, and you're weird for liking them back then. But now I like them, and and I really like the characters, not just because they're just because their waifus are awesome, but I also like big muscular men apparently. Oh, there's a combo list. I'll have to look up that. But there's some cool cheap shit I can start spamming that'll save my ass. So yeah, I think Marvel Rivals is going to be super fun. I'm hoping it's a game that can stick around for more than a year. If it is only just fun for a few months or a year or two, I'll still be really happy that I had something to play that wasn't just Fortnite. You know what I mean? On mouse and keyboard. So yeah, I think we have a nice mix of games. I really do hope Doom gets a multiplayer, or Quake or something else comes along that'll help fill in the gaps. But for now, I feel like it's going to be a really fun 2025. 2025. Can't talk, I'm like running out of breath. Because I got all those games, you know, the hundreds of games that I got, and the new ones. I bought a bunch of new ones. And then on top of that, we got, we'll have Black Myth Wukong within a few weeks. Metaphor ReFantasio's on the way. We'll be beating Stellar Blade probably before I order Black Myth Wukong. And then early next year, we got Fragpunk. Marvel Rivals will most likely still be in rotation. I don't see myself quitting it faster than a month. If I do quit it early, it'll probably be after a month. I'm expecting to play it for at least 3 to 6 months, and then we're gonna go from there. That's the commitment I'm trying to make. We'll see. Usually when I give a new shooter this, and it's actually got a population, and it plays good, and it looks good, and it's fun, it's not very hard for me to play it for at least that long. So I can commit to that, and we'll get some cool montages out of it. Hopefully I get good at the game. Yeah, so it'll be Fragpunk, Marvel Rivals, a rare Quake Champions stream whenever the game seems to have a population. Obviously Halo's always going to be part of my list of shooters that I play. Did I say Fortnite? Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, Fragpunk, Halo, and that's the majority of them. And I'm really hoping Marvel Rivals will... I can't even say it now. Marvel Rivals. I'm hoping Marvel Rivals will blow me away and become like one of the surprise mouse and keyboard games that makes me feel all those vibes I felt when I was learning mouse and keyboard on Halo Master Chief Collection, or I was learning mouse and keyboard on Fortnite, and it was just like one of the funnest things I ever did in my life at the time. I'm hoping Marvel is going to be... I don't like calling it that. I think the reason I didn't know about the game, though, is because I was kind of out of touch in general, but also I was out of touch with the hero shooter genre because I never tried Overwatch. So the Overwatch was the other game I was thinking about adding that to that list of games that's like are going to be on my stream. They're going to be on my YouTube. They're going to be montages for these throughout the year for 2025. And yeah, I do want to try Overwatch. Yeah, the waifus look awesome. We'll see how Marvel Rivals go. Is Overwatch? Now I don't know if, off the top of my head, if Overwatch is first person or not because I'm a bad fan. I looked at too much Marvel Rivals, so I can't remember. I think it's first person, right? It's first person. It's gotta be. Yeah. I don't want to seem like a dumbass. It's first person. I know it is. I know it is. I'm just messing around, but sort of. But, yeah, I just don't know if it's gonna be a game that I can get, like, back into. I'm sure, I'm pretty good at games. I might be able to get into like anything if I really put my mind to it and like actually be able to, be good enough to make a montage, be good enough to like actually kill some good players and stuff like that. Feel like I'm actually a true player of the game, not just somebody who's getting ran and is just there to get ran by groups of people, you know what I mean? That music's kind of hitting in this level. Pretty chill. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on Overwatch. It's gonna come down to like how much I love Marvel Rivals. If Marvel Rivals sparks any interest in the hero shooter genre, then I might check out Overwatch. I would have already checked it out back when I didn't have games to play, but I didn't have access to a phone number at the time. So that's just a little bit about what I've been going through with games, and that's some of the exciting plans. Be trying out Marvel Rivals. Start calling it Marvel. It's easier to say that. Be trying out Marvel either later tonight, maybe after I take a nap, so I can try it all rested and fresh, or I'll try it tomorrow for sure. When Asmongold is also trying it, which is kind of funny. That I was deciding to try it, and then I happened across him. I never knew who he was before, and then like now he's trying it and talking about it too. It's kind of funny. We're interested in the same thing at the same time. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me in this. Sorry for the crappy Magenta Horizon video. We're gonna love the shit out of this game, so regardless of whether we beat it or not, we'll be running through the majority of this game and having a good time, so that's all that matters. And it plays really good on the box controller, keyboard, if you want to play keyboard. I would recommend two-handed keyboard style, because you don't need the mouse, but you could do it however you want. And yeah, we'll be covering this game and any future game from this developer. If it's up our alley, we'll be checking it out, hopefully. I feel bad for some developers like this because they make such good games, and a lot of them just... I get worried that if they don't sell a lot on Steam, like the developer might not continue. I remember that they updated in Castle in the Dark. I think there was a small update on Castle in the Darkness 2 that it was still getting worked on, so I think I'm excited about that still, but I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm just hoping that I remember correctly and everything. I do think this game is probably funner on a box controller or keyboard, just because it might be a little bit too easy for people who played on the same controller their whole life. When it comes to, like, you know, jumping on top of enemies' heads, dodging them. Some of that stuff might be a little too easy on, like, your home-based controller, but if you go and do it on mouse and keyboard, it just adds that little bit of challenge, I feel like. Not that it's bad. This game would be bad on controller or anything like that. Just that I think it's more... games like this are more fun inherently on the controller that you're less used to. Is basically what I'm saying. I also just happen to think box controller and keyboard takes a little bit more skill than a controller that is designed to be a controller, you know what I mean? And has a 3D motion, or like a 360 degree motion stick, just inherently is a little bit, offers more control, is you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wonder what this game's gonna be like. Does it have roguelike elements? Is it all level based? Is there a reason to like look for secrets in the levels, or is it just more about killing the enemies and figuring out a little bit of puzzle in the level? Or it's gonna be fun to see what this game's actually like, you know. That's one problem I do have with games like this, though, is they kind of don't fall in any specific genre, and they're all kind of just like a weird amalgamation of, you know what I mean, of like contemporary indie of trends. I don't know, you know, how you want to describe it. Like, it sort of has those trends of Hollow Knight where you can like down attack and you can like pogo off of things, and you can wall jump infinitely, and you can air dash off the rip. But then it also does other things different, and it's not a Metroidvania. You know what I mean? And I don't think games are bad when they do that. I just feel like if the developer doesn't put in the description exactly what they were going for, you might, you know what I mean? It's hard for me to know like what I bought until I have it pumped hours and hours into the game. That, you know what I mean? And maybe I just wanted to know a little bit more precisely like what exactly this was, you know. I think that was the initial problem I had with this game when I did play the demo, was that I was sort of hoping for this little waifu Metroidvania, and it kind of is that game, but it's not exactly a Metroidvania, which is a big difference for a lot of us. Just because the game feel is just way different going from like a straight up like linear action game to like a Metroidvania. I feel like a properly executed Metroidvania doesn't feel like anything like a linear action game. I think a lot of them end up, like even Hollow Knight to an extent, starts to feel like a linear action game, even though it is technically a good Metroidvania. You know what I mean? Especially when you know it's Hollow Knight's one of those that's better on the first run for sure. But when you start to know the quirks of the genre, and they're not like a lot of the secrets are just like check the walls. You know what I mean? But you got to start doing, I don't know if Animal Will is like this or something. Some Metroid ROM hacks are like this. There needs to be like a deeper level to the exploration. It needs to go like one level deeper than just attack the wall with your weapon. You know what I mean? Like that's okay. Like put that in spots. I encourage it. You know, it's fun to hit some spot on the wall that you wouldn't expect, and then all of a sudden you entered this whole little puzzle room and something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's great. But you gotta go. Now Metroidvanias have been so played out that you need to innovate, or you need to at least go another step deeper with a lot of the current mechanics that are already like a part of the genre. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about that stuff. That's a lot of words and a lot of talking, but that's the best way I can describe all that. And yeah, we'll see what kind of game this is. I think it's going to go nicely alongside the other ones I got. We'll be checking out some of the other ones I got very soon. Probably today. I just don't know exactly what I'm going to play. It might be Marvel. It might be some more of this. It might be... what's the other one I was really on the fence about trying like right now? Oh my god. I bought in so many games I can't remember them all. I did get Last Hero of Nostalgia. I like to just call it Last Hero of Nostalgia because it's easier to get out of your mouth. I think that'll be a fun like side Souls game. I know it's a little bit like it's not like a AAA game, so it's not gonna feel quite like Dark Souls or anything, but it does look like it would be fun just to play alongside something like Thymesia. Or even Liza P. I gotta get back to Liza P as well. I got distracted with Stellar Blade and some other stuff there. What the fuck is the other game? God damn it. Oh, it's Blaze Blue Entropy Effect. I should remember that. Because that game looks fucking sick. It looks a lot kind of like this game, except with the different style of graphics. But it's got like crazy combos and stuff. And it looks like some fun movement. And yeah, I didn't look too closely at it because I didn't want to see. I just seen that it was very popular. It's doing very well. Better than I thought it was going to do. And a lot of people are recommending it over Trinity Fusion. And they're saying that, like, basically if you're going for this genre and you haven't played Dead Cells and you haven't played Blaze Blue or one other game, I forget what it's called, like Override or something like that. I forget what it was called. There's one other game that's up this alley, and people were recommending these games over Trinity Fusion, and I kind of liked Trinity Fusion, so I figure I'll like those other games maybe even a bit more. Foregone reminded me a lot of Trinity Fusion. It might not remind me as much when I go back to it. I think there was like guns and shit in that game, but just like the style of the roguelike or what, I don't know what they're called, but you know what I mean. When you go around, you collect loot. The loot's like random and stuff like that. Every game does it different though. Like some games are going for just like normal stuff, and you just want to, maybe you can get an epic gun that's sick. and then you got like Binding of Isaac level where it's like you're just going for a lucky run where you get some crazy ass build that shits on the game, and that's what's fun about it. And it's also fun, the build up to that moment where you almost had a build that was good enough, or you maybe you did and you fucked it up, getting beat up by a boss or something. Anyways, I don't want to talk forever. It was nice talking to you guys. Magenta Horizon's looking sick. I'm excited to be back on here. Games like this really make me want to get like a little mini PC or something that I could just like open up, half asleep in my bed. Not even like look up at the screen. I can literally just like flip it up, like a little phone. I know that sounds stupid or like novel or it's just like a gimmick, but games like this really bring out that Game Boy Advance player in me that wants to go back to those days. I feel like I know I'm probably not going to for a long time, or maybe never. I might never get a stupid little laptop, but God damn it, do fun games like this with really nice 2D graphics make me want one, you know what I mean? I mean, at some point within the next 10 years, they're going to have these mini PCs and these mini laptops. They already have them, so it's like, it's a matter of time before that's a way people are also gaming alongside gaming handhelds. I don't know why I don't particularly want a gaming handheld. I think it's because I tend to beat the shit out of controllers, and having a controller attached to my screen that I beat the shit out of doesn't really sound like a good idea. You know what I mean? It's like, why would I want something that I'm just gonna break? Because that's how I play video games. I just tend to break controllers. I play them rough. Death grip. I do like the idea of a gaming handheld, but no, I don't think they're like, you gotta let them cook for a few more years, Just like with computers, like you could argue if you bought a computer in 2018 and you could have held out till now somehow, like that would have been a really good idea, because as good as they were in 2018, the computers now are just, they're getting kind of fucking nutty, you know what I mean? Even the prices are pretty, I think it's this thing where they've just made computers for so many, they've made new parts so consistently for like the last 7 years straight that it's like there's been no breaks. So that now we're at the point where even like the budget shit, the newer budget shit is really good and can basically do anything. And guess what? It's budget shit, so it doesn't cost that much. Like, yeah, it's not $100 for a processor, but hey, it's not fucking $400, $300. It's like literally at $190 on Black Fridays for a sick ass processor now, which is a dope, I mean, I guess back in 2019, I got the 2700X on sale, which was really good, but it's still a great processor, but by today's standard, like these new ones are just like, how the fuck did they even improve that much? It's kind of crazy. Anyways, I gotta head out of here. Much love to you guys. We'll be patching together a big blorpus fucking Magenta Horizon video. Put like the first 5 levels after this. And I don't think I'm going to commentate much else on this game unless there's something about the game that I really want to talk about. So far, I think we've seen most of what it has to offer. We just got to see how it expands on those ideas now. So far, I already know I like the game. I just don't know if I love it, you know what I mean? I'm not really worried about refunding it. I think even if I only played half of it, I would be happy at the price. I think I'm gonna beat it, but you can never tell, Especially when they're coming out with so many games. There's another game, Blade Chimera, which is probably gonna be one of my favorite Metroidvanias of next year, I'm guessing. And it's coming out, which is funny because my favorite Metroidvania of this year, or one of my favorites, I don't know which one is my actual favorite. But, yeah, Momodora came out at the beginning of this year, surprisingly, and now we got Blade Chimera coming out at the beginning of next year, surprisingly. It's kind of funny. But yeah, if we get more surprise releases like this, 2025 is about to be fucking crazy for game. So anyways, I gotta go do some stuff, so I got time to play later on. There's so many games to play. And catch you guys down the road. Sorry the commentaries are sporadic, you know. It's just part of the game. It's how, you know, it's the price of progress for me. If I want to keep going, sometimes I gotta take breaks. Sometimes I gotta double down and try again. Sometimes I gotta take a look at my life for a while and just play the games and relax. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be something different, but as long as I can stick around for you guys, I'm gonna stick around. You know, I don't really care how many fans I have. It's just nice having some people who come around and care, and that means a lot. So I feel a lot better from where we've been a few years ago. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm just a guy, like, I'm the kind of weird guy, like, I build a computer and I have fun playing it and everything, but sometimes I'll just, like, stare at it. It's like, wow, that looks cool. I don't really deserve that thing over there. I'll literally, can't never say that word. I'll literally stare at this shit for like 5 minutes straight sometimes. Just like imagining the possibilities. What happens if it breaks? I have no clue how to fix anything in there, goddamn it. I love these fat ass graphics cards. It's just funny. Well, if you're my age, old, and you had a computer in like 2011 or something, and you had like a cheaper graphics card, like, I don't even understand what they were back then, really. Just that they made games work, basically. And I don't know, they were just so like dinky, and I never really thought of them as like becoming like an important part of the computers, I guess. I just like didn't click with me back then because that was like the first I ever seen of it. It was just a pre-built computer in like 2011 or 12 that I got. Like 2012 maybe. And it's just funny now because the graphics, like this graphics card, like fucking eats like 3 of my other ones, and then it's still got room for more. And it's like, this is a pretty big card, but it could still get a little bit bigger than the one I have, I think. I don't know how much bigger it gets. I have a big 3 fan. And the thing is, I'm like so into these computers now that even though I got like this nice 4070 Ti build over here, which is probably good for most people. In the other room I have that side computer that I built that I was trying to sell, and I don't know what I'm going to do anything with it. But it has like a sick ass looking Radeon, is that the word? 6800 OC in it. And it's just got like this sick ass white cabling in there. The RGB looks nice in that case. And on top of that, it's just fun. I want to play these games with a card that was cheaper, but somehow has more VRAM than mine. You know, like a card that it doesn't look like it's cheaper, and it doesn't really perform like it's that much cheaper. It's still a great. Obviously, the 4070 Ti does some great things with some of these modern games that the 6800 can't quite do, especially like Fortnite and stuff like that. It just runs it that much smoother. There's that much less lag. And it can do some of the nicer shadows and stuff like that without losing so much frame rate. But still, it's just like, for the price though, like that card is sick, that build is sick. I don't even like Intel, and that build is sick. And it's like, even though it's a worse computer, like I want to use it because I don't know. I know it sounds stupid, but it doesn't make no sense because it's like I don't even have room for like I don't want to like room for multiple computers. I don't have the time to sit there and keep unplugging one and plugging the other one back in whenever I want to try out the other build. You know what I mean? So it's kind of stupid. I'm hoping like my brother wants to buy it, or we can find somebody to buy it or something. I would miss the computer though, cause it was like the waifu computer that I built and never got to play with. And that 6800 fucking graphics card looks so sick when the RGB on it is going. I'm not usually like a sucker for RGB, but if it's on a graphics card and it looks cool, I'm in. I'll spend it. I literally spent an extra, this is so stupid, but I spent like an extra $70 basically. Because I could have bought like a cheaper version of the 6800 graphics card. But I had to go with the one that looked cool. I don't know why I did that, but and here we are now. Oh, you live and you live. It was nice talking to you guys. I don't want to lose my whole night jabbering on here. I already lost enough of it. But I'll be back soon. I don't know exactly when I'm going to try Blaze Blue Entropy Effect, but that's kind of like the game that's on my mind. The reason I'm worried about trying that game is because I'm worried that I'm going to really like it, and it's going to like take me away from this game. It's going to take me away from Trinity Fusion, and I'm not going to want to play these games anymore. Which is an actual problem because I paid for these games, and if I don't play them and I don't refund them, I'm just like stupid, you know. But if I go ahead and I play a game that might be better than these games, I don't know if it is or not, but it might be better than these games, and then it's, you know what I mean, it's kind of like spoiling you for these other games that would have been perfectly fine otherwise. I know that sounds like a weird problem, but it's like actually a problem. I gotta figure out a way to correct my brain, I guess, to be able to play something great and then go back to play something that's just good and not having a problem with that, you know what I mean? I'm sure that other people have experienced that before. I don't like it, but a lot of it's just in your head though, and I realize like for example, like this game isn't even my genre. Like I don't usually play linear level based action platformers. I just don't play them, you know. I'll try them out once in a while, putz around, but I don't usually play them, right? And that's kind of the reason I bought this game, is because I was like, I know I'm that way, and I'm going to buy this game, and fucking, not just because the name is cool, not just because it's got a different aesthetic, literally all of the above. Like, that's why I bought this game. I gotta prove the world wrong that I can enjoy something that's different than my usual, you know what I mean? And on top of that, like I said, anytime the developer gave me a demo and gave me some memories that I look back fondly upon, like that's a lot. That means a lot, you know what I mean? I do want to try out that Blade Chimera demo because it looks pretty sick, but I gotta wait on it because I'm too busy. I gotta try Marvel Rivals, and the game's coming out like next month, so it's like right around the corner now. It's almost the end of the month already. It would just be kind of stupid to break down and try the demo now, even though I want to. Okay, so much love to you guys. Rest of this video should be like 2 hours of gameplay on this. And I'll catch you guys soon with a bunch more games. I already listed most of them, so you know what I'm talking about. The other one, I said last year, Nostalgia. We're good then. So yeah, we'll get some more games soon, but I gotta hold off for now and save up some money. We'll have Black Myth Wukong pretty soon. We'll have Blade Chimera next month. So yeah, there's some more new stuff coming as well. So. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on the grind, and I'll catch you guys soon. Much love.
Being the best is not that far off from here.
This is the way to go. And who would know that I've become a weapon seller after death?
challenges. Minus the aching bones. I never said I was the sharpest blade. ein Schnitter. Der heißt Tod. Death may be the greatest blessing for you all. I love challenges, minus the aching bones. Why must I suffer these stupid fiends? Wish those were crops, though. Why must I suffer these stupid fiends? I didn't like it, but a win is a win. Could have been better, but I tried.